when a new person enters into the existing partnership firm. After the admission of a new partner, how the partners are going to share their profit and loss. Geeta is a new partner with 1/5 share. Now she is admitted for 1/5 share, their share of profit to the new partner. So that ratio is known as sacrifice ratio. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today, we are in the fourth session of Unit 5, that is Partnership Accounts. So, let us see what we have discussed in the previous sessions. So, in a previous session, I have discussed about capital accounts of partners. So, we have discussed about two methods, that is fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. Now, quickly we shall recall what is this fixed capital method. So, under fixed capital method, the capital of the partner remains fixed year after year. As I told, here we are going to prepare two accounts, that is partners capital account and partners current account. So, which are the two accounts to be prepared under fixed capital method? That is, one is partners capital account and the second one is partners current account. As I told, under fixed capital method, the capital of the partner remains fixed year after year. So, it is called as fixed capital method, and these are the two accounts which has to be prepared under fixed capital method. So, which are the two accounts? Partners capital account and partners current account. Now, what we are going to record under partners capital account? So, we will record only the capital of the partner, and if there is any additions to the capital or if the partner have withdrawn the amount from the capital, so that will be recorded under partners capital account. So, totally we have to remember we are going to record only the capital of the partner. Whereas in partners current account, we will record all other adjustments like salary, commission, interest on capital, interest on drawings. So, all these adjustments will be recorded in partners current account. So, this is a quick recall of fixed capital method. Next, what is this fluctuating capital method? So, the word itself tells that fluctuate. In the sense, the capital of the partner keeps on fluctuating or it keeps on changing year after year. So, it is called as fluctuating capital method. Here, we are going to maintain only one account, that is partners capital account. So, here we are going to maintain only one account, that is partners capital account. So, what we are going to record in partners capital account? So, we will record the capital of the partners and all other adjustments. Totally we will record in or we will put together in one account, that is partners capital account under fluctuating capital method. So, these were the topics which was discussed in the previous session, and we had solved a simple problem so that you could clearly understand what is fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. Now, we shall move on to today's topic, that is admission of a partner, a very important topic, that is admission of a partner. So, before going through the meaning, I will give an example. What is this admission of a partner? Suppose A and B are partners in a firm and they were sharing their profit and losses. Now, a new partner or a new person wants to enter this partnership firm, that is C. Now, a new person wants to enter the partnership firm, that is C. Now, this is called as admission of a partner. So, what is this admission of a partner? When a new person enters into the existing partnership firm is called as admission of a partner. Now, A and B were partner and they were conducting their business activity, and this was the firm. Now, C wants to enter this firm of A and B. So, this is called as admission of a partner. Now, let us see what is this admission of a partner. So, admission of a new partner is the inclusion of new partner as an associate or partner to an existing enterprise. So as I told, already there will be an enterprise and a new person wants to enter that enterprise is known as admission of a partner. So I gave an example here. A and B were partner and they were undertaking their business activity and they are having an enterprise. Now a new person C wants to enter that enterprise. So that is known as what? Admission of a partner. It is nothing but inclusion of new person or partner into the existing enterprise is called as admission of a partner. Now we shall see few notes relating to admission of a partner. What are the points to be remembered during admission of a partner? Now see the first point here. New partner enters into a partnership firm with the consent of all the partners. So here you have to remember, a new partner can be entered into a partnership firm with the consent of all other partners. For example, if X and Y were partners and they are having a partnership firm. Now Z wants to enter that partnership firm. So which is called as admission of a partner. Now Z can be entered only if both X and Y agrees for his admission, then only Z can be entered into a partnership firm. In the sense, consent in the sense both have to agree. For example, if M, N and O are partners and P wants to enter into a partnership firm. So how P can be entered? All the three, M, N and O agrees, then only P can be entered into a partnership firm. So what does it mean? The first point says that a new partner can be entered only if the remaining partners agrees. All the remaining partner has to agree, then only a new partner can be entered into a partnership firm. Here I have gave an example. Now X and Y are partners and Z wants to enter the partnership firm. If X agrees for the admission of Z and Y don't agrees, then Z cannot be entered into a partnership firm. Both has to agree mutually, then only a new person can be brought into the business. So this was your first point. In the sense, with the consent only, a new partner can be entered into a partnership firm. And the next one is, old agreement comes to an end and a new agreement comes into existence. Now, if I take the same example here, now there was an agreement between X and Y before, right? So, as I told, in each and every partnership firm, there should be an agreement between the partners. So, it may be either oral agreement or written agreement, but written agreement is more preferable than oral agreement, right? Now, X and Y had an agreement between both the partners. Now, Z is going to enter the partnership firm, then the old agreement between, so the old agreement between X and Y comes to an end and a new agreement between X, Y and Z comes into existence. So this is the new agreement. So here the old agreement between X and Y comes to an end and a new agreement between X, Y and Z comes into existence. And the third point is, during the admission of new partner, old partners sacrifice their share of profit in favor of new partner. Here, when a new partner enters, what does the old partner will do? They will sacrifice their share of profit. To whom? To the new partner. Now, if we take the same example, now X and Y were partners and Z wants to enter the partnership firm. Suppose X and Y were earning a profit of rupees 12,000. So, X and Y have earned a profit of rupees 12,000 and they were sharing their profit and loss in the ratio 1:1. That is equal partner. They were equal partner. So, how much each partner used to get? Each partner used to get 6,000 each. So, how this 6,000? It is 12,000 into their profit sharing ratio. 1:1 in the sense 1/2. So 1:1 can be written as 1 divided by 2. So they were equal partners. So half they used to get. So each used to get 6,000. Now there are three partners. Z has entered into a partnership firm. X, Y and Z are partners now. Suppose if they earn same amount of profit, that is 12,000. And their profit sharing ratio is how much now? 1:1:1. A part of share has to be given to the new partner, right? So their profit sharing ratio is 1:1:1. Now how much each partner will get? So each partner will get 12,000 into 1 divided by 3. So each partner will get 4,000. So each partner will get 4,000 each. So X 4,000, Y 4,000 and Z 4,000. Now see the first example, that is before admission and after admission. Before admission, X and Y used to get 6,000 each. But after admission, how much they are getting? Only 4,000. So in the sense 2,000 less than before. So what does it mean? So when a new partner enters, these old partners are sacrificing rupees 2,000 each. So they are sacrificing rupees 2,000 each to whom? To the new partner. So this point tells the same. So when a new partner enters into a partnership firm, old partners will sacrifice their share of profit in favor of new partner. So they are going to sacrifice. So here in this example, they are going to sacrifice rupees 2,000 each to the new partner during his admission. Next one is, during admission, new partner brings his share of capital. Of course, you know, for each and every organization, capital is very essential. Here also, during admission of a partner, new partner while entering into a partnership firm, he brings his share of capital. So he will bring his share of capital. Next is, along with the capital, he brings certain amount which is called as goodwill, or we will call it as premium for goodwill. So goodwill or premium for goodwill. So what did I tell? Along with the capital, he brings certain amount which is known as certain extra amount which is known as goodwill or premium for goodwill. So this point is that he also brings goodwill to compensate the old partner for the profit sacrificed. Now why he brings this goodwill? What is the necessity to bring goodwill? So when he enters, he brings capital. Along with that, I told he will bring extra amount which is called as goodwill or premium for goodwill. Now why he brings that goodwill is that, so when a new partner enters, old partners are going to sacrifice their share of profit in favor of new partner. So in order to compensate that, in order to return it back to the old partners, he brings certain amount as goodwill. Now here old partners have sacrificed their share of profit, right? So they have sacrificed 2,000 each in this example. Now in order to return it back, he brings certain amount as goodwill. Because why he has to return it back to the old partner? Because old partner has sacrificed their share of profit, right? In order to compensate that, this amount is bought by the new partner to return it back to the new partner. So this is all about admission of a partner, and these are the points to be remembered during admission of a partner. Now we shall see what are the adjustments to be made during admission of a partner. Now we shall move on to the accounts to be prepared during admission of a partner and how we are going to calculate, what we have to calculate. So following adjustments are needed at the time of admission of a new partner. So the first one is calculation of new profit sharing ratio. Of course, calculation of new profit sharing ratio is necessary. Why? After the admission, how they are going to share their profit and loss, that we have to know, right? So for that, we have to calculate new profit sharing ratio. So what is this new profit sharing ratio? It is after the admission of a partner, how the partners are going to share their profit and loss. So that ratio is known as new profit sharing ratio. And the next one is accounting treatment of goodwill. So as I told, along with capital, new partner brings certain amount as goodwill. So that is the goodwill which is bought by the new partner. Other than that, if the new partner doesn't bring goodwill, certain amount will be raised or created within the business, which is also known as goodwill. So how we are going to treat those goodwill in different situation? So one situation is that when the new partner brings goodwill, the other situation is that new partner doesn't bring goodwill, but it is created within the business. So how we are going to treat that goodwill during admission of a partner? And the next one is accounting treatment of revaluation of assets and liability. So this is very essential during admission of a partner in order to revalue the assets and liability, which I am going to discuss in detail in the further classes. And the next one is accounting treatment of reserves and accumulated profit. So before the admission of a new partner, there will be certain reserves as well as accumulated profit in the business. So how they are going to treat that accumulated profit? So whether it has to be given to the new partner or not. So that we will discuss in detail while preparing partner's capital account. And the next one is adjustment of capital on the basis of profit sharing ratio. So how the capital will be calculated based on their profit sharing ratio, how the adjustment is being made. So these are the adjustments to be made during admission of a partner. Next one is reasons. So you might have a question, why a new partner has to be admitted into a partnership firm? What is the reason? So we shall see the reason. So the first one is to increase the capital. Suppose a partnership firm is having a limited amount of capital and they want to increase the capital. So as I told, when a new partner enters, he brings certain amount as capital, right? So when he brings capital, the capital of the organization increases, right? So in order to increase the capital, or if the partners are thinking to increase the capital, or if they are in need of capital, then they will admit a new partner because the new partner brings capital along with him. And the next one is to expand the business. Of course, if there is a small organization and they want to expand their business activity and they are having limited amount of capital, so what they will think, if I admit a new partner, he brings capital, so that the capital also increases in the organization as well as the expansion can also be made in the organization. So if they are thinking for expansion, they can go for partnership. Next, to improve the managerial ability. Suppose if a person is well qualified and has a good managerial ability, so that person can be taken as a partner in the organization, so the organization can be improved. The managerial aspects of the organization or the managerial activities of the organizations can be improved by taking a good person who is having a good managerial ability. Next is to increase the goodwill of the firm. Suppose a person or well-known person in the society. So what is goodwill? Goodwill is nothing but name, fame or reputation in the society, right? So if a person has a very good name, fame or reputation in the society, so if I take such a person in my organization as a partner, then what happens? Along with his reputation, our organization reputation also increases. In the sense, the goodwill of the firm also increases by taking a reputed person to my organization. So by taking such kind of person, the reputation of the organization also increases. So in order to increase the name and fame, I may take a reputed person as my partner. And the next one is to reduce the competition. So this is also very important point here, to reduce the competition. For example, if X and Y are having a different firm and they both are competitors. So they both are competitors. Now, if X thinks that if I take Y as a partner, then there is no competition between X and Y. They are joining together and they are undertaking their business activity, right? To reduce the competition, they may take opposite competitor as a partner, so that the competition also reduces in the market. Next is to encourage the capable employee. So the employees may be very capable, he is very talented and is having a good managerial ability. Such type of employee can be taken as a partner so that it leads to the improvement of the organization. So these are the certain reasons for the admission of a new partner. Now moving on to the next one. Now we shall move on to the calculation here. So as I told, calculation of new profit sharing ratio is very important in an organization. So what is new profit sharing ratio? After the admission of a new partner, how the partners are going to share their profit and loss. So that ratio is known as new profit sharing ratio. Now we shall see, when a new partner is admitted, he acquires his share of profit from whom? From the old partner. So this you know. So when a new partner enters, he acquires his share from whom? It is old partner. It's nothing but old partners are going to sacrifice their share of profit in favor of new partner. This reduces old partner's share. It's nothing but they are going to sacrifice. Hence, the calculation of new profit sharing ratio is necessary. So, we have to calculate new profit sharing ratio. That is, in order to know on which ratio they are going to share their profit and loss in the future after the admission of a partner. So, this is a formula to calculate new profit sharing ratio, that is old share minus sacrificed share. So, this is a formula to calculate new profit sharing ratio. So, what is the formula? Old share minus sacrificed share. So, what is old share? The ratio on which the old partners were going to share their profit and loss. So, how they were sharing their profit and loss? So, that ratio is known as old ratio. That is, before the admission, how the partners were sharing their profit and loss, that is known as old ratio. Next is sacrificed. So, how the old partners, how much the old partners have sacrificed to the new partner. So, that ratio is known as sacrificed ratio. So, in order to calculate that, we should know the formula. So, the formula is old share minus sacrificed share. Now, go through the problem. A and B are partners sharing profit in the ratio 3:1. Now, what they have given, who are the partners? A and B are partners, and what is their profit sharing ratio? 3:1. So, they have given old ratio, that is 3:1. They admitted C as a new partner. Now, who is a new partner here? C is a new partner for 3/10 share. So, C is admitted for 3/10 share, which she acquired 2/10 from A and 1/10 from B. So, how did she get 3/10? Because A has given 2/10 and B has given 1/10. Calculate new profit sharing ratio of A, B and C. So, this is a question. Now, how to begin the solution? Write what they have given in the question first. Now, who are the partners? A and B are partners and they have given old ratio. So, old ratio is how much? 3:1. So, this can be written in the form of fraction. So, how to write? So, A's ratio is 3. 3 plus 1, 4. That is 3/4. And that of B's is 1. 3 plus 1, 4. So, their ratio can be written in the form of fraction as 3/4 and 1/4. Next, what they have given? C is admitted into partnership. What is her share? 3/10. And this 3/10, how did C get this 3/10? 2/10 from A and 1/10 from B. Now, what is this 2/10 and 1/10? This is sacrificed share. Now, what is the formula to calculate new profit sharing ratio? That is old share minus sacrificed share. Now, we know old share 3/4 and 1/4 and sacrifice share 2/10 and 1/10. Now, write the formula and directly apply the formula. So, I'll write the shortcut NPSR, that is new profit sharing ratio is equal to old share minus sacrificed share. Now, we shall calculate new profit sharing ratio of A, B and C. They have asked us to calculate. Now, that of A. So what is the old share of A? That is 3 by 4. We have written that ratio in the form of fraction, right? 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. So old share is 3 by 4 minus what is sacrifice share? That is 2 by 10. 2 by 10. Now what you have to do? How to calculate this? First you check the denominator whether the denominators are same. No, it is not same. It is 4 and 10. So in order to make that denominator same, we have to find the LCM of denominator. So LCM of 4 and 10. So 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 5, 10. 2 into 1, 2, here 5. Next 5 into 1. So what is the LCM? 5 into 2 into 2. So we have to multiply all these three. 5 into 2 into 2. 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. So 20 is the LCM. Now write that LCM in the denominator, that is 20. Now check whether 20 is divisible by 4. Whether 20 is divisible by 4? Yes, it is divisible by 5. So 5 into 3. Now multiply with the numerator. 5 into 3, 15. Minus, write this minus here. Next, check whether 20 is divisible by 10. So it is divisible by 2. 10 into 2, 20, right? So multiply with the numerator. 2 into 2, 4. So 15 minus 4. So how much will get? 11 by 20. So this is the new profit sharing ratio of A. In the same way, calculate that of B. So what is the old share? 1 by 4. Minus what is sacrifice share? It is 1 by 10. Now, since the denominators are different, so what you have to do? Find the LCM. We had already found out the LCM of 4 and 10. So we got 20. Write this 20 here. Now check whether this 20 is divisible by 4. Yes, it is divisible by 5. So multiply with the numerator. 5 into 1, 5 minus. Check whether 20 is divisible by 10. It is divisible by 2. So 2 into 1. So we'll get 2. So 5 minus 2 will get 3 by 20. So this is the new profit sharing ratio of B. Now calculate that of C. So calculation they have already given, but to find out whether it is correct or not, so find a new profit sharing ratio of C. So how to calculate? See the denominator, it is 11 by 20 and 3 by 20. In the sense, the total share is 20. Now, we got A's share is 11 and B share is 3. So, 11 plus 3, we got 14. Right? Now, total share is 20. 20 minus 14, so we'll get 6. In the sense, the remaining share should be C's share. Right? So, it will be 6 by 20. So, what is the new profit sharing ratio? NPSR is equal to 11 is to 3 is to 6. So, this is the new profit sharing ratio. Now, to check whether it is correct or not, whether our solution is correct or not, just simplify C's share. So, 2 3s are 6. 2 10s are 20. So, we got 3 by 10. Now, how much they have given in the question? C's share. C's share is how much? 3 by 10. So, our new profit sharing ratio is correct. So, this is just to check whether our answer is correct or not. But you can't write it as 11 is to 3 is to 3. Okay. So, you have to write 11 is to 3 is to 6. What the actual share you got. In order to check whether our answer is correct, we can simplify. So, if we simplify 6 by 20, that is C's share. So, we'll get the same what they have given in the question, that is 3 by 10. So, this is how we are going to calculate new profit sharing ratio. Now, we shall move on to one more problem. So, this is also a very easy problem. Now, go through the question here. Shweta and Swati were partners in a firm. So, who are the partners? Shweta and Swati. And they are sharing their profit and loss in the ratio 3 is to 2. So, they have given old profit sharing ratio how much? 3 is to 2. So, this is the old ratio. They admit Geeta into partnership. Now, who is a new partner? Geeta is a new partner. with 1/5 share. Now she is admitted for 1/5 share in the profit. Calculate new profit sharing ratio. Now whether you can apply that formula, that is new profit sharing ratio is equal to old share minus sacrifice share. No, we know the old share but we don't know what is the sacrifice share. Whereas in first problem, they had directly given the sacrifice share, but here they have just given the new profit sharing ratio of new partner, right? The share of new partner. Now we shall write what they have given in the question and we shall see how we are going to solve this problem. Now who are the partner? Shweta and Swati. So they are the partners, and what is their profit sharing ratio? They have given old ratio. So how much they have given old ratio? That is 3:2. So how it can be written in the form of fraction? 3 plus 2, 5 and 2/5. So this is their old share. Next, what they have given? Geeta is a new partner. Her share is 1/5. Only this much they have given in the question. Now how to begin a solution? Let the total share, let the total share is equal to 1. We shall assume that the total share of the firm is equal to 1. Now new partner share, that is Geeta's share. How much Geeta share they have given? Geeta share is equal to 1/5. We shall assume total share is equal to 1 and Geeta share is 1/5, which they have given in the question. Therefore, remaining share is equal to 1, that is total share, minus new partner share, that is 1/5. So 1 minus 1/5. So we'll get a share, right? So we'll get a share that has to be whose share? Shweta's as well as Swati's share. That the remaining share will be Shweta as well as Swati. Because they have given new partner share, we have assumed the total share is 1 and the new partner share is 1/5 and the remaining share, of course, it will be Shweta's as well as Swati's. Now 1 minus 1/5. Now how to solve this? If nothing is there in the denominator, we shall assume that the denominator is 1. So our denominator is 5 now. Next 5 into 1, 5 minus 1 into 1. You just cross multiply. 5 into 1, 5, 1 into 1, 1. So we'll get remaining share is 4/5. So this is the remaining share. Now how to calculate new profit sharing ratio in this situation? NPSR is equal to old share into remaining share. Old share into remaining share. Now calculate that of Shweta. New profit sharing ratio of Shweta. Shweta is equal to what is old share? Old share of Shweta, it is 3/5 into what is remaining share? 4/5. So 3 into 4, 12. 12 by 5 into 5, 25. So this is the new profit sharing ratio of Shweta. Now calculate that of Swati. Swati, old share, that is 2/5 into what is remaining share? 4/5. So 4 into 2, 8. 5 into 5, 25. Now easily we can calculate share of Geeta. Geeta is equal to, you know, total share is 25. So your denominator is 25 and we got Shweta share is 12 and Swati's is 8. So 12 plus 8 is 20, right? So 25 minus 20, the remaining share should be Geeta's share, that is 5. So we'll get 5/25. So NPSR is equal to 12 is to 8 is to 5. So this is the new profit sharing ratio. Now how to check whether a solution is correct or not? Just simplify new partner share, that is Geeta. So 5 ones are 5, 5s are 25. So we got 1 by 5. So what they have given in the question? Geeta share is 1 by 5. So this is a situation where they have given old ratio and they have given only the share of new partner, and we have to calculate new profit sharing ratio. In this situation, the formula, that is old share minus sacrifice share, will not apply. So we have to go through this method. So we have to begin it as, let the total share is equal to 1. Then we have to find the remaining share. Then we have to multiply it with old share. So this is the calculation of new profit sharing ratio. Now we shall move on to the next concept, that is sacrifice ratio or sacrificing ratio. So why we have to calculate this? As I told, because the old partner will sacrifice their share of profit in favor of new partner, right? So in order to that, how much they are going to sacrifice? So in order to know that, we are going to calculate sacrificing ratio. At the same way, when the new partner enters, he brings certain amount as goodwill, right? So that goodwill has to be distributed, or that goodwill has to be compensated to the old partners. So upon which ratio we are going to compensate? In this sacrifice ratio. So we have to calculate sacrifice ratio during admission of a partner. So what is sacrifice ratio? The ratio in which old partners agrees to sacrifice. So how they are going to sacrifice their share of profit in favor of new partner is called as sacrifice ratio. So upon which ratio they are going to sacrifice to the new partner, so that ratio is known as sacrifice ratio. So the formula to calculate sacrifice ratio is sacrifice ratio is equal to old share minus new share. So in order to calculate sacrifice ratio, you should know this formula. So what is the formula? Old share minus new share. So why it is calculated? As I told, it is calculated to distribute the goodwill. To distribute the goodwill amount bought in cash by the new partner among the old partners. So totally what you can tell about sacrifice ratio? So upon which ratio they are going to sacrifice, upon which the old partners are going to sacrifice their share of profit to the new partner. So that ratio is known as sacrifice ratio. And what is the formula? Old share minus new share. And why it is calculated? It is calculated in order to distribute the goodwill which is bought by the new partner among the old partners. Now we shall solve a simple problem on sacrifice ratio. Now you know the formula. Sacrifice ratio is equal to old share minus new share. Now we shall go through the problem and we shall solve the problem. Now Kavan and Pawan are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 5:4. Now who are the partners here? Kavan and Pawan. And what is their profit sharing ratio? 5:4. They have given old ratio. They admit Arun into partnership. Now who is the new partner? Arun is the new partner. All the partners agreed to share profit and loss equally. Now they have given new ratio also here. They have told they are going to, all the three partners, Kavan, Pawan and Arun are going to share their profit and loss equally in the future. So that is what? 1:1:1. Calculate sacrifice ratio of Kavan and Pawan. So we have to calculate sacrifice ratio of Kavan and Pawan. So first what you have to do, what they have given in the question, we shall write it. So who are the partner? Kavan and Pawan are partners. What is their profit sharing ratio? 5:4. So it can be written in the form of fraction. So 5 plus 4, 9. And here 4/9. So what is it? It is old ratio. They have given. Next, who is a new partner? Arun is a new partner, and they have told they are going to share their profit and loss in the future equally. In the sense, three partners are going to share their profit and loss equally. That is 1:1:1. That is Kavan, Pawan and Arun. How it can be written in the form of fraction? It is 1 by 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is 3, 1 by 3 and 1 by 3. So what is this? New ratio. Now we shall calculate sacrifice ratio. Directly apply the formula because we know new ratio as well as old ratio. So sacrifice ratio is equal to old share minus new share. Old share minus new share. Now calculate that of Kavan because Kavan and Pawan have sacrificed to Arun, right? So calculate that of Kavan. So what is the old share of Kavan? Old share is 5 by 9 minus what is new share? That is 1 by 3. Now what you have to do? As usual, we have to find the LCM. Since the denominators are not same, so find the LCM of 9 and 3. So 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, 3. So your LCM is 9. Now check whether the LCM, that is 9, is divisible by the denominator. Whether 9 is divisible by 9? Yes, it is divisible by 1. So multiply with the numerator 5 into 1, 5 minus whether 9 is divisible by 3? Yes, it is divisible by 3. So 3 3s are 9, right? So multiply with the numerator. So 3 into 1, 3. So 5 minus 3, 2 by 9. So this is the sacrifice ratio of Kavan. Next calculate that of Pawan. So what is old share? Old share is 4 by 9 minus new share is 1 by 3. So new share is 1 by 3. Now what you have to do? As usual, we have to find the LCM. We have already found out the LCM 9 and 3 since the denominators are not same. So the LCM is 9. Now check whether 9 is divisible by 9. Yes, it is divisible by 1. So 4 into 1, 4 minus whether 9 is divisible by 3. Yes, it is by 3. So 3 into 1, 3. So 4 minus 3, 1 by 9. So what is sacrifice ratio? Sacrifice ratio is equal to, that is 2:1. So this is the sacrifice ratio of Kavan and Pawan. So this is a simple way to calculate sacrifice ratio. Only thing is that you should know the formula, that is old share minus new share. In my next session, we shall discuss about goodwill. We shall learn what is the meaning of goodwill, what are the characteristics or features of goodwill, then what are the factors affecting the value of goodwill, then accounting treatment of goodwill during admission of a partner. So you know, as I told, a goodwill will be bought by the new partner or goodwill will be created within the business. So how we are going to treat that goodwill during admission of a partner, that we shall discuss in the next session. My dear students, in today's session, we learnt about admission of a partner and calculation of new profit sharing ratio as well as sacrifice ratio. In my next session, I am going to continue with goodwill. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.